Okay, it's 11 degrees here in Oklahoma, and I'm about to show you how to insulate and soundproof this wall. It's the perfect day of the year to do that. Because of it being so cold, I have complaints that air escape is coming through the walls on this multi-family unit, and also me working over here in sound and stuff is just radiating through this wall. So I'm going to show you how to dim that down or cut it out completely, depending on how loud you're being or what you've got going on the other side. But I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to do this, starting with... Okay, so what I've done is I've taken the shop vac, and I suggest using a shop vac instead of a broom, but if you don't have a shop vac, just go ahead and use a broom. And the first thing I've done is went through and I've shop vaced all around the bottom plates. Got everything clean. You can see there's a lot of stuff that needs insulation. There's air gaps and all kinds of things. So you're going to get the all for one and the one for all here. But you can see I'm filling up these corners. It's starting to expand. Filling up the corners all the way to the top. Any holes, let's see, like around these electrical outlets that go into the other unit, I've spray foamed around those for insulation and also for sound. This one I'm also going to spray, but I ran out. So see, I'm foaming all the receptacles and switches, filling all the gaps and cracks at the bottom. And this stuff will expand. These holes, I've piled a bunch around them. This one, I've got to do a round 2 tomorrow. This one, I put a piece of wood across because it was so big, foamed around it. I'll probably end up cutting this wood out tomorrow and putting another layer in or something, but I got to figure out something here. Around right here, this is all going to be fine. See, I've got all the way around, just fill in every and any cracks. See, I've got these plugs right here. I had enough for both here. I got the receptacle on this side and the receptacle on the other side for the other tenant right there. So both of those are going to be good. I've started filling in this over here. I'm going to fill in this whole edge with probably 5 or 6 cans. I'm going to fill in this whole gap going along my stem wall going into my house so I don't have drafts coming in. Okay. And you can see the spray foam has settled up and I'm on the ladder, but sneak peek and a tip for you when you're stapling, do not staple your... This is what I want to show you, not my finger. This little rig here, there's a wire coming out of the wall, and even you want to spray foam those wire holes. That way there's no air coming in or no sound coming out or in or out through those sound holes or those wire holes. And so you want to do that, and then you can see you want to staple across down these, all these ones you want to staple. And there's going to be spots where, you know, that's not tight here, it's not tight right there. So I'm going to have to shove some insulation down in between here. There's a spot right here. I peeled this back so I don't forget it. I'm going to have to shove a little of the insulation right there and right there. But you can see this is okay and this is okay, but I peeled that back just so I can add a little bit of insulation right inside there. So you want to do that. Also, when you're in this corner, this is set up and dried, and you're going to want to, after this is dried, you're going to want to take an oscillating tool or a razor blade knife, and you're going to want to cut the excess off in those corners so that when you lay your sheetrock down, it's all good and flat. I'm going to show you a trick on how to get your wires in behind the insulation. You're going to want to stick tune for that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. What you need to do when you got a bunch of wires and you need to get this insulation in behind them wires. So I'm going to show you what you do and how you do that. You start out by doing this. You start pulling it apart in one of the seams. Get it started like this. And then you just kind of, you just kind of go like this. Like that. Like that, and just kind of go like that, okay? And once you got through there, you take this back half over here and you stuff it in behind the wires, like that. I've got most of it in on this wall. Spray foam's in and done. Actually, I have to spray foam one place down underneath this corner, and I have to spray foam that outlet plug. But other than those two spots, what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you another example on how to fill in these little places, like right here and right here. The places where I've left open that don't look finished, well, that's because they're not finished. This is not finished, and I need little strips that go all the way from the top all the way to the ground. So here's what I'm doing. I am snipping right down here, putting my knee in the middle and just doing this and spreading it right here. Snip, spread it a little bit more, snip, same thing on the other side, but I use my left hand to snip. You get the idea. So that's how I'm doing that. Got my name written down and my finger is patched. I've got the drain pointer, and I'm gonna hire some help, I think. So let me go get my helpers. What in Christmas Nation are you two doing out here? I told you to get to work an hour ago, and you're still standing here? Your hands are cold? I don't want to hear about it, buddy. There. Are your hands still cold? Good help is hard to find. Hello? Hello? He didn't hear me, I guess. Oh, the bandits are running. The bandit got loose. Oh, the banks are coming. I saw them on the surveillance camera. Oh, they saw me, I guess. Hey, get in the car as fast as you can. It has a trigger on it. After shaking vigorously for a minute, you do this, and you go down, and I'm going to go down through these cracks all the way around. Going to go in with some more spray foam on this wall over here. I got a couple of problem areas. There's a wire area coming in the top plate right there, quite a big gap. There's a big gap right here. And there's another big gap right over there. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. I've been shaking this can for a few minutes. And here we go. All right. Down here. And we're gonna close that gap. Oh yeah. Okay. And now we're coming over here. Doing the bottom section now. The bottom section is was really bad right here, so I've spray foamed it,
And you can see after 2 layers of spray foam, I've filled the entire gap all the way down to where it's coming out. And I'm happy that there's no air drafts coming through here anymore, and totally can tell there's a huge difference. Massive changes here. And that's not even including the insulation isn't even in yet. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I've got that all filled in, and I'm patching in the insulation. So I'm going to do a little walk around here. Middle of the insulation project. Still spray foaming that corner on the left. The top's coming together good. I'm not doing anything right here at the moment. I'm going to keep moving. That's a ceiling project. I've got my new studs in right there, right there. I'm going to add some in right here, right here, right here, one right here. I've got one right there. I've added one in right here, framed in a doorway. Got another board in over here. One right here, here. And you can see all that stuff is necessary. And if you're curious on seeing how to fix that stuff, if you're running into the same problems at this point, you've got this far and found that out, go ahead and check out my other videos and my framing carpentry playlist. So anyway, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to patch this in, cut some smaller pieces in to fill in. I've got a small gap right here, and I'm going to have to fill that in. I've got several others just like this, so stay with me. So maybe I do things a little unconventionally. Maybe it doesn't work, maybe it does, but this is what I do. I take Lysol. This was an old mold water damage from a shower on the other side from the tenant side, which I have fixed, and there's someone now living in there, and this is all dried up. So I've taken Lysol and I've sprayed it wet. I'm going to take a rag, wipe it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop this insulation right down there and keep moving.